Imagine the future of Ether ETFs. A world where the average investor can easily gain exposure to the second largest cryptocurrency without having to own the actual asset. But what's standing in the way? It's the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, and their decision-making process. The story begins with SEC Chair Gary Gensler, who has remained tight-lipped about the agency's stance on Ether ETFs. Despite being pressed for answers, Gensler only advises observers to stay tuned. But what's behind this silence? It's the court decision on ETFs, which has caused the SEC to pivot in its thinking. Gensler affirms that their decisions are made within the law and how the courts interpret the law. The SEC has asked exchanges supporting spot Ether ETF applications to refile their forms with universal language, which suggests they are not comfortable with Ether ETF issuers staking any assets. Major companies like Fidelity and Grayscale have filed updated forms, and the SEC is expected to make a final decision soon. So, what are the key points to take away from this? First, the SEC is currently in a decision-making process regarding Ether ETFs with a pivot in its thinking due to a court decision. Second, the SEC has asked for refiling of forms indicating discomfort with Ether ETF issuers staking assets. Finally, big players like Fidelity and Grayscale are already in the game, eagerly waiting for the SEC's final decision.
The future of Etherheads hangs in balance with the SEC's decision set to shape the landscape of crypto investments. As we wait for the final verdict, one thing is clear: the world of crypto is ever evolving, and the story of Ether ETFs is just one chapter in this exciting narrative.